Thanks for joining us on Trending Today. I'm Pranay Banerjee. On the agenda today, we talk to you about RBL Bank's IPO prospects with Siddharth Purohit of Angel Broking. We also get you Piramal Enterprises shopping spree with its chairman Ajay Piramal, and the impact of the 7th pay commission on the auto sector with Ashwin Patil of LKP Securities. All that lined up for you on the show today. But let's start off with obviously RBL Bank's IPO, which opens tomorrow. In one of the first private bank IPOs in a decade, RBL Bank is set to tap the capital markets. The bank aims at raising 1,200 crores through this issue at a price band of between 224 to 225 per share. The IPO set to open tomorrow and close on the 23rd of August will consist of fresh issue as well as an offer for sale component. Let's go through the details of that first. The offer for sale is worth 1.69 crore shares, and the fresh issue is worth 3.7 crore shares. In overall, the bank aims to raise around 832 crores from the fresh issue. That's 3.7 crore shares, and the residual portion of 1.69 to 1.7 crore shares is the OFS. So the details are up on the screen for you. The total quantum is around 1,200 odd crores, but what will come via the fresh issue is around 832 crores. The objectives of the issue are twofold. The bank intends to use the net proceeds to augment its capital, the tier 1 capital, for meeting its future requirements, as also to comply with the Basel III norms. So that's about the bank. Certain details as well. It has 197 interconnected branches and around 362 ATMs. So it is a healthy network. They have added 25 branches in the last fiscal as well. To discuss the prospects of the IPO and what the call on the IPO is, we have Siddharth Purohit of Angel Broking joining us now. Good morning, Siddharth. It's good to have you on the show. Let's start off with your rating of the IPO. Would you assign a subscribe rating? The prospects seem to be bright for RBL Bank going ahead.
Yeah, good morning. We have a subscribe rating on this IPO. Let me take you through why we like this issue. Now, as you told, this has been one of the first IPO by any private sector banks in last 1 decade, and that too quite sizable. Now, let's go back to the bank's history. As we know, RBL has been in existence for many decades, but the true transformation started for the bank after 2010, when the new management come in and took over the control of the bank, and thereafter we have seen substantial growth in terms of balance sheet as well as earnings. Now, when the new management led by Mr. Ahuja, the current MD and CEO, came in, the bank was just another bank, with a very nominal balance sheet and advances of less than 2,000 crore. But if you see in the last 5 to 6 years, the balance sheet size has grown phenomenally, and the advances has gone up from less than 2,000 crore to almost now 21,000 crores plus. So what has happened is that it was only that, there was a great opportunity for small banks to grow, but it was the right, platform what was required, and that has been available to Ratnakar Bank by the new management, and that has been the driving force. Now, if you look back to history, the bank had been largely present in very few cities, and again largely in Maharashtra. As we know, the bank was promoted in Maharashtra, so they had been concentrating only in the few of the locations. But in the last couple of years, we have seen that they have started branching out into other states, and they have also started opening branches other than Maharashtra, let's say in Karnataka, even in Gujarat, MP, or even Rajasthan kind of places. Now, what is driving the growth? The bank is primarily targeting the large and mid-corporate segment and funding their working capital needs, which is pretty safe compared to any funding in the long gestation projects. So, while there has been very aggressive growth in the last 4 to 5 years after the new management took over the control, but they have really not compromised on the asset quality, as you see. As far as your gross NPA is concerned, the bank has been able to manage gross NPA below 1% for last almost 3-4 years, and which is really commendable a job, given that 40-45% kind of growth they have been reporting, and it is as comparable with any other leading private mid-sized banks in the country. Now, coming back to their business plans, what they are intending to do is that initially tap the large corporates and meet their working capital needs, which is safe form of kind of funding initially, then do more client mining, and then aggressively grow their loan book. Now they have this business constitutes almost 60% of the business, the funding to mid and large corporates. They have another interesting segment, which is like the kind of now say that it's a kind of microfinance kind of business where they lend to the microfinance companies also, and directly lending to small time borrowers. So this segment has a very high yield compared to normal asset class. So this forms around 17% kind of the loan book, and this is also a very good point for growth as well as for generating high yield. Then the company bought out certain business of RBS, the Royal Bank of Scotland, from India, the credit card business and mortgage, and they have been expanding after adding new products to that segment, and that also has been growing phenomenally. So while the corporate segment is kind of low risk and will expand the base from here, they are also getting into the high yield business in the retail and microfinance kind of business. So overall, it's a very good business for them, and it has been really playing out very well so far. So what we are believing is that possibly whatever growth rate we have seen in the last 3-4 years, since the bank still has a very low base, I mean close to 21,000 crores of loan books, really not a very big one compared to this opportunity that lies in this segment. So there is a lot of scope for going ahead for many years, in this space, and we believe that the bank will be able to deliver similar kind of growth for 3-4 years at least in the near term, and that should lead to similar earnings growth. If you talk about certain other qualitative parameters, like let us talk about their net interest margins. While the reported margins is somewhere around 2.95, even our calculated margins has been around 2.56. So what this means is that there is enough scope for the bank to leverage their balance sheet and reduce the cost, because their cost of deposit also is comparatively higher than similar sized banks. So there is a scope for cost reduction, both in terms of cost of funds and other operating costs, and this should add to the bottom line. So while their return on average net worth is somewhere close to 11.5% right now, we believe there is enough scope for them to improve on this. The reason being, if you just go back and check their balance sheet, their cost to income ratio is somewhere close to 58%. So I think on an average, if you see the old generation private sector banks, particularly the south-based banks, would have, some of the banks have 50, 53% or maybe 58% kind of cost to income ratio. But there is a big scope for reduction. And if that is reduced somewhere close to 50 to 53% kind of ratio over next 3-4 years, I think that can add to a very significant amount of cost savings and adding to the bottom line growth. Now, another important parameter I would like to say is that the valuations. Now, at the upper band of the offer at 225, we believe that the post IPO book value works out to something around 106, and pre-IPO is around 92 rupees book value. So at the upper end itself, it is quoting at say 2.4 times book value, which is no doubt little higher compared to the old generation private sector banks, particularly the south-based banks. But it is trading at a quoting at a substantial discount to the new generation private banks like IndusInd and Yes Bank. So I think this bank has the right ingredient for growth for multiple years going ahead, and they should be getting fair valuation going ahead after kind of listing. So we are expecting a very strong response from investor community, and that's why we are giving a subscribe recommendation to this issue.
All right, that was a detailed lowdown as far as the valuations, as also the asset quality for RBL Bank is concerned. Since you spoke about valuations as well, Siddharth, I would like to ask you that going ahead, the net worth is going to increase by around 1100 odd crores because of the increase in securities premium. So do you think that there is more scope for increase in the book value from levels of 92, 94 also at the upper end of the price band of 225? Is there more scope for increase in book value going ahead?
See, that's what I told you, that post IPO book value, if you calculate it, works out to somewhere around 106. Now, what I am trying to say is that, the bank has delivered a phenomenally strong growth in last 4-5 years. And if you walk out to last 2-3 years kind of, bottom line growth, there has been almost 40-45% kind of, growth. Now, the growth can be sustained based on two assumptions and two parameters. I say that the loan book is still very pretty small compared to others, so there is a growth opportunity in terms of top line. Now on the bottom line front, there is a cost savings opportunity for them, and these all should lead to substantial increase in bottom line growth going ahead, and all these earnings should flow into the balance sheet in the form of book value. Now, what my estimate is that since it's an IPO, so we have not given a forward-looking book value numbers on this. But even if somebody assumes that 20% kind of addition to the book value, then you can simply work out that at the upper band of the offer also it is quite attractive. It should be below 2 times. And going by the trend, what the management has indicated that they are capable of expanding the book, and that too with a very strong ROA of more than 1% and ROE of as existing ROE somewhere around 11.5. I feel that they have the potential to increase this to almost 300-400 basis point over the next 2 years. So I believe that there is no reason why the stock will remain under this 2 times book value. There is a case for re-rating on that. So assuming that there is a 20% kind of an addition to book value from here onwards for the next 2-3 years, and there is a case for this stock to trade at 2.5 times going ahead, then possibly you can see that investor interest coming in both from this IPO as well as post listing also. So from that point of view, we are very hopeful of this issue, and we are asking our investors to subscribe to this. So there is what I would sum up is that as a banking business, what you need is capital and the right intention to expand, and for that you need a right management, and all the ingredients are there for this bank to grow. So we have no doubt that they will deliver good numbers going ahead. So while it is too early to see that how their asset quality will perform, because so far they have been operating in a good environment, because they started expanding when part of this problem was already there in the system, so they knew where to hit. So they have not lended to the large corporates in a long gestation project. So the key would be asset quality going ahead. But my point is that since so far the management has been able to contain the asset quality by targeting certain segments of loans, particularly the MFI, the retail and the large corporates, so I don't expect material change in the asset quality, and these all things should flow into the bottom line and in turn to the book value. So there is enough scope for book value appreciations going ahead, and that's why we are positive on the stock.
All right, Siddharth, we leave it at that. Appreciate you joining us and highlighting the details of the prospects of the IPO, and also a detailed analysis of the asset quality as well as the net interest margin trajectory going ahead, and the different segments that the bank is keen on in the future. The IPO opens tomorrow and it's on till the 23rd. We'll keep bringing you details of the subscription book as well as and when that pans out. Well, let's move on now, and in